Eagles can see 4 to 8 times sharper than the human eye. They can spot a small rabbit or fish from thousands of meters away. They can dive at speeds of 240 to 300 kilometers per hour to catch their prey. Their wingspan can reach up to 2.5 meters. Their nest can be 3 meters in diameter and weigh up to 1 ton. In the wild, they can live 20 to 30 years, and under protection, up to 40 years. Eagles usually stay with the same mate for life. Mate selection involves aerial acrobatics and dances. Their talons can exert 300 to 400 psi of pressure on prey, enough to break a human hand. They can reach altitudes of 7,000 to 8,000 meters. They can soar for hours without flapping their wings. Most eagle species are monogamous, with pairs often forming lifelong bonds. The mating season typically begins in spring, during which the male performs aerial acrobatics to impress the female. Mating usually occurs on high branches or rocky ledges. The nest is the most important structure in an eagle's life and is usually built on cliff edges or the tops of tall, old trees. Eagle nests are very large and sturdy, capable of supporting hundreds of kilograms, and some can be used for 30 to 40 years. Once the nest is established, eagle pairs defend a hunting territory ranging from 50 to 250 square kilometers. Shortly after mating, the female eagle lays 1 to 3 eggs, typically at intervals of 2 to 5 days. The incubation period lasts between 35 and 45 days, during which the female sits on the eggs while the male hunts and brings food. Hatching can take several hours and sometimes even a full day. The first chick to hatch usually has an advantage over its siblings, being larger and gaining earlier access to food. When the chick hatches, its eyes are usually closed, and it is covered with soft, white down instead of feathers. During the first 2 weeks, its eyes gradually open, and it begins to make chirping sounds. The first hatched chick is typically larger than its siblings, a natural mechanism known as siblicide, where the strongest chick survives when resources are scarce. Between 2 and 6 weeks, the chick's fluffy white down is replaced by brownish, juvenile feathers, and its wing muscles begin to develop. From 6 to 12 weeks, the young eagle practices wing flapping exercises in the nest, occasionally lifting off 1 to 2 meters before returning. The first flight usually occurs during this period. Young eagles are most vulnerable during this stage, and in the wild, only about 50 to 60% of hatchlings survive to adulthood. By around 6 to 8 weeks of age, the wings of the young eagle are nearly full length. Feathers alone are not enough for flight. Strong chest muscles are also essential. During this time, the chick continuously practices wing flapping exercises in the nest, a period known as the pre-fledging exercise phase. It develops its sense of balance by opening and closing its wings along the edge of the nest. The young eagle usually takes its first glide on a windy day, using less energy. Early attempts carry the risk of falling from the nest, and some chicks may die before they can fly, making this a critical stage. The first successful flight marks the beginning of the juvenile stage. After its first flight, the young eagle is not yet fully independent. During this period, it develops its flying skills, starting with short flights and gradually progressing to longer glides. It slowly learns to use the wind and thermals, rising currents of warm air. Within approximately 4 to 6 months, the juvenile becomes completely independent from its parents, leaving the nest to search for its own territory. The risk of starvation is high. Young eagles have speckled, dull brown feathers and initially hunt small or weak prey such as mice or small birds. They do not yet have their own territory, so they live a nomadic or wandering lifestyle. Most eagle species reach sexual maturity between 4 and 6 years of age, beginning the search for a mate. The juvenile stage is a period of trial, error, and learning, and after this challenging journey of 4 to 6 years, the eagle reaches full adulthood. Adult eagles reach the peak of physical strength and hunting ability, enabling them to defend their territory against other eagles. Most species are monogamous, and their nests can be enormous, measuring 2 to 3 meters in diameter and weighing up to a ton. Aerial display flights serve both to strengthen pair bonds and to signal territorial boundaries. Adult eagles are highly skilled hunters, capable of catching large prey with rapid dives, powerful talons, and sharp beaks. As apex predators in the ecosystem, they help regulate prey populations. Throughout history, eagles have symbolized strength, freedom, and nobility. The adult stage is the longest and most powerful period in an eagle's life. Eagles can live 20 to 30 years in the wild and up to 40 years under protection. As they age, their feathers become duller, more worn, and irregular. Their flight power diminishes with weaker wing strokes and shorter glides, and their talons may no longer be as sharp. Older eagles may hunt more slowly and less carefully, struggling to catch fast prey and often targeting easier animals such as carrion, sick, or weak creatures. Over time, they may lose their territory. Most eagles die quietly and alone, with aging, starvation, illness, or injury being the main causes of death. Before dying, they retreat to quiet, high, and safe locations. When an eagle dies, its body returns nutrients to the ecosystem. Although no longer as strong or agile, its wisdom and ecological contribution continue.